Welcome YouTube, welcome back, welcome to the unit. All the others have gone now, all the containers and all the other place I was storing everything, it's all combined into one place now. That's why I've been away for a couple of months, but we're here now. We've got 4 projects all in one place and we're going to finish them, I hope, but I'll give you a tour around. Okay, as I said, welcome back. This is what we've got now. Got 4 projects all in one place. Well, you fell over then already. That's a good start, isn't it? Right, some you've seen lately, like Old Rusty, and some you haven't seen for a long time, like the pickup. So let's start at the front, we'll work our way back. Right, we have a 1983 high cap. It was destined to go to the scrapyard. If I can find any pictures, I'll put them up now. Anyway, so it was absolutely knackered. It was nearly snapped in half. It was rusty, but because it was an A-reg, I wanted to keep it. It was about 3 weeks after the Series 3, so it's a very, very early one. Now, a friend of mine had a Disco, and the Disco was rusty, as they do, and it had a 300 TDI in with a auto box. And as this was absolutely knackered, I couldn't really do anything with it. I had loads of spare parts, so I decided to tear the 300 TDI apart and do a conversion I've never done before. And I always wanted to have a go at doing the Disco into Defender conversion. I know all the haters will be out there now, but it was going to the scrapyard anyway. It was absolutely ruined. So that's how this project started. So I went into the parts bin, found some old springs and kits and stuff like that, but the chassis was way beyond anything I could do with. So my friend had a chassis, so I got that off him cheap. He also had a bulkhead off a, let's say, modern Land Rover, or one of the last Land Rovers, the one without the flaps, the TD4s with the Ford engine in. I think this was a 2.4, but it was the same sort of body anyway. But he had an old bulkhead. So I got that off of him, made that fit onto the chassis. Just really, it's a bit of a hybrid, but it'll be a nice truck once it's done. There's the 300 TDI, all in there. It starts and runs. Need to speak to a friend of mine who's very good with the automatic gearbox and the kick down cables and all that kind of malarkey. I'm not very good at that. But I've taken most of the electrics off of it. It had the electronic fuel pump in it, so I swapped it for the manual one. So it's hardly got any electrics on it at all, really. So it's hopefully it's nice and basic, but we'll do 70 mile an hour down the motorway. So there's the auto box there. So there's actually 0 rust on this now because it's all other parts. So there she is. You can tell it was an old farm truck, fairly beat up. Should have gone to the scrapyard really, but I wanted to save it, as it's one of the very, very first A-regs. Keep it A-reg, eh? I can't really see under there, but anyway. So then we've got Old Rusty. You've probably seen Old Rusty a lot on the channel. There's lots of videos of me fixing her up. That was purchased on the island. That's an A-reg as well, slightly younger than the pickup, but she was in a garden for 8 years, and that was I think an ex-army V8. I think so. And it had a cab put on it at some point, and it was a V8. So I dragged it back, no keys, no nothing, dragged it back, cracked open the bonnet, to find that it's a 200 TDI, but one of the very nice 200 TDIs. So I duck. I've got her running, hit the starter motor a couple of times and she started, and I've not even changed the diesel in it. It just starts up, runs, drives around the yard. So all I've got to do on that now is swingy wonder. I've got to put a new battery box in it, which you can see daylight through that one. Dave, you can, but I can. It's absolutely toasted, and there's a tiny little bit of rust at the back, but other than that, that is one solid chassis. So that's its original chassis, original body, and yeah, it's a 200 TDI. So look forward to getting that on the road. Actually, I reckon that's going to be a nice one. So yeah, I've got my workshop here now. I've been kitting it all out. All my spares are over there for all the vehicles. Got all the worktops, and it's coming round to, okay, this thing. Now, this has not been on the road for 35 years, and my dad, bless him, purchased it and put it into the garage where it's sat. Now everything is there, 100% everything, and it's a 1957 scooter. So it's got the twin leather seats that go on top. They're down there. They've not got the leather in them no more, but we can get around that. And it was a case of, what do I do with it? I'd like to get it on the road. I'd like to do it up. I don't like to see anything end up in scrap. So I dragged it out of the garage. We'll come to the garage in a minute. You've probably seen little clips of the garage of me getting a certain car out, which we'll come to in a minute. And she's still free. Sounds like there's a bit of subsea compression there, but on the island there's a guy who works on them engines, and apparently he's a wizard, so I won't even get involved in that. But I just don't know whether I'm going to strip it down or keep it original and just try and clean up the rust. But I think it's too rusty. I think it's going to need a spray. But there's so many different colours, and depending on what colour it is the rarity of it. So I don't know what colour it is. It's like a beige colour. It's not white, it's like a beige colour. So I've got to be careful how I sort of restore that one. But I'd love to get it on the road. I think it'd be pretty cool having it back on the road after so many years. But yes, it's 1957. Right, elephant in the room. You've probably seen this one on Reels. It is 1973 to 4 Vanden Plas Princess. You've probably seen me getting this out of the garage on Reels on Instagram, and this was in there for 25 years. No, nearly 30 years. That's the last time it was taxed. So it is a one lady owner, 38,000 miles, full service history. I've got massive bookworks with it, but anyone in the know knows that the classic car market at the moment is absolutely shocking, and no one actually is buying anything. If it is, it's dirt cheap. Now, being it's been in the garage for 30 years, what do? I don't like to see anything go to the scrap. And as far as rust goes, this is pretty solid. There's a little bit at the back, because the back of the garage had a gap at the top, so you can probably see along the door there. It's only scab, it's not, there's no holes. There's a bit along the back there. Sorry if it's a bit dark, but my lights are down the end. But the interior is like the day it came out the factory. It's absolutely mint. The woodwork's gorgeous, all the switches are lovely, the interior looks like brand new. Absolutely unbelievable. I've done a bit of research, and the colour, I can't find the colour for it, so I'm going to go to the Vanden Plas Owners Club to see if I can track down the colour. It's a weird kind of grey purple. I don't know if the lady in question had it done as a special edition. It's auto, which would be hilarious, but I don't know whether to do it or not, or it's only destined to be spares, depending how much it's going to cost to do. And the problem is that the engine is seized. I did spray it up, and as soon as I dragged it out the garage, it kind of sprouted this white fungus. If you look at the, I don't know whether that's salt or just oxidation or whatever, but it all went a bit crazy and gone a bit red rusty. But I'll have to tear the engine out, whatever, but it's whether I can free it up or not. So that's the tricky one. Do I put it back on the road, or do I break it up or sell it as is? I think it'd be pretty cool to do it. Don't know. I'm on two minds about that one. I might see if the engine frees up first. If I can free the engine up and it turns over, I will go a little bit further. If it was really rusty, I wouldn't bother. It's got the hydroelastic suspension on it as well, which is going to need fully redoing, as you can see by that one there, look, sprouted oil. Don't know what that one's like. That looks like it's got some sort of nest in it. Home for a mouse. People have been giving comments online saying pile of junk, rusty. Well, it's not rusty, badly made, but it's got an A series engine in it. So I'm going to see if it frees up first. I'll take the rad out and I will give it a twist and see if I can rotate it. If I can rotate it, I'll come back to it, put a battery on it, spin it over, and then... Right, you watching? One thing I forgot, and I haven't worked on anything this old, apart from Land Rovers, for a long, long time, is how, I wouldn't say badly built, but things are in such obscure places. But anyway, it's a learning process for me, and I have taken these out in the past, but you come back to them and you think, how the hell are you supposed to get that out? But anyway, let's have a go. Oh, that's a start. Is it spinning? Is it a captive, or is it spinning on the other side? On the other side. Everyone's shouting now. It's not a captive. If it was a captive, it'd probably come unstuck, and it's just spinning anyway. Right, welcome back. It doesn't look too bad, actually. Anyway, I got the bottom one off. How hilarious is this? Everything is in weird places. Anyway, I've got that free, but I've just seen a mouse nest that I'm going to have to extract out at some point. I think it's from here. They've pinched all the sound deadening, but anyway, that's the only bit I can see. So what we got now? We got to Oh joy. A couple of Jubilee clips. Now, do I get fed up with them and just cut them off? Or do I have a go and see if they undo? Let's spray them up, see if we can undo. Let's do it properly. Like that one's in a lovely spot. I can see me cutting the pipe on that one, I think. And what's that pipe like anyway? Oh, well, I think a new pipe, 30 years, well, probably it's the original, more than likely. Let's move you around there a little bit. Can you see? I'm going in with the knife. I'm not even going to bother with the Jubilee clip. That is rock solid. Can't even cut it. I think it's gone prehistoric. I think it's gone like fossilised. Oh, there's water in there. Oh, it's not good, is it? I was hoping all the water would be out of it. Water pump by any chance? I bet that's grim. I know. I should do it the old school way, but I can't. Oh. Why is there water still? Top hose has been off for... That's grim. Cut away. Well, I can't see any antifreeze in there, so whoever serviced the car last didn't, unless it's just gone back to nature. Oh dear, that's grim, isn't it? Shall I have a hazmat suit on for this? I should have, really. Jesus, it's like cut through concrete. Who would have thought anything could be so hard? We're giving this to the Natural History Museum. What? What's holding that now? Cool, dear. Make a YouTube video about cutting a bloody pipe. I've got sweat on. Ooh. Set fire to the mouse nest, that'd be a good start, wouldn't it? Oh, my bowl. She ain't cutting, Captain. Right, I'm gonna get angry with this. Come back to me. Right. I'm back. That was very easy. I didn't cut my finger, and I've not put gloves on because of the poo and nest situation that I get a horrible disease. So I've just gently sliced it, and I've got the bolt out. The two top ones were undone anyway, which hence I thought that the water was out of it. So Yes, let's have a go at getting this rad out. The rad actually don't look too bad, to be fair. I wonder if it's savable. Oh, what now? What? Oh, ha. Okie dokie. I've got to get my head back in the game with these old vehicles. Not quite got my head back in the game. Right, let's get a screwdriver. Bear with me. Let's undo the Jubilee clip that goes to the expansion bottle. Now, I don't know if anyone knows, but is that the right place for an expansion bottle? Right down on the floor. I mean, it looks like it was fitted down there, but don't know. See, the thing is that I've worked on many of these engines because I used to have minis and I used to grass track, but I've never worked on a Vandam, and I've never worked on an automatic. So every day's a learning day. I did check the oil level, and the oil level is very high, which makes me think that the torque converter has seeped back into the engine. That's even blocked. How is that even working? Who serviced this last? I want to look back on the service sheets. Right, extraction, radiator. Well, what is that line down through the middle of that? Don't know if you can see that, but there's a line. Is it like a double core thing, or is it just blown? Anyway, I might put a new one in, to be fair. Not like working on the air-cooled Beetles, is it? Now, can we, where are you? Are you pointing back down? Will you hurry up and look in? There you go. You're supposed to be helping me. Suppose I could take that fan off, I suppose. What's this? What's that? Horn? No, horn's down there. Who knows? Anyway, stop looking, Lee. Spray up them. Do you reckon I'll be able to hold on to that fan while doing them? Come on, you can do this. What size is it? Jesus, I'm good. Guess. Right. 1. Ah. 2. It's going better than I thought. 3. Ow, that blade sharp. It's got to come off anyway, because I should imagine I shall put a water pump in it if it turns. Oh, that was hopeful, wasn't it? That was hopeful, Lee. All the way, wind it out all the way. All the way. The hydroelastic suspension is I'm gonna have to cost that up, obviously, because I don't know if there's anyone out there that redoes the actual, I don't know what you call them, like bellowy type things, the actual suspension units themselves, or you can buy them refurbed. I've got 2 spare ones in the boot, but I've got the pump to pump it up, and I've got the fluid, and I've got the pipe that runs from, it's up there, it looks like it's the same pipe that runs from front to back. It must be rusty. Right, there's that. See what I mean about all this white, like oxidization? It's literally like powder. Right, now we're getting to the crux of it. Damn, so I can't get a Doobie McFlap Flop on the blinking. Have I got to take that off? You're kidding me, isn't it? I might have to take that off. See what I mean? I'm not used to this British Leyland. What's that down there? What's that? Everything's what's that? I'm looking at stuff. That's the problem. I'm looking at stuff. I reckon, lean in, will you? I might have to take that blinking mounting off as well. All right, I'm gonna look at it. You come back to me in a minute. Go and have a cup of tea. Right. I don't know what to say really. Everything takes longer than you think because of the way it was built. Maybe nowadays it's all designed on computer, but I imagine it's probably still the same. But anyway, we had this little bracket here. Tilt you in. We had this little bracket, this one here, that was here, that was fitted for the bottom of the radiator. Pretty big bracket for the bottom of a radiator, but anyway, it was fitted there, which means I couldn't get onto the crank with anything. But now I can get onto the crank. I'm gonna find something to fit it and roll it over. But that was a ball ache to get out. But anyway. Right, let's find the correct Doobie McWhatsit to go on the McFlip. What size do you reckon that is? Someone knows. That's too small. Oh, no. Hello, here we go. That's it. What is that? 33. The destination of the car now hinges on this. Big bar. Ready? Heave ho, all together. Oh, nut come undone. Doesn't bode well, does it? Rocking the car backwards and forwards. Let me cut that in case I've got any resistance on the fan belt. Don't know what the water pump's like. Oh, that's coming off anyway, so let's have that. Everything's like concrete. I've cut it with a spoon. Oh, I don't know. I don't know if this is going to go anywhere. It's not looking promising, is it? Look at that. Genuine part. I'm puffing like a good one. Right. Oh, that alternator sounds... Oh, hang on. Oh, it's good. Fixed it. Oh, I'm good. Right, back to it. Oh, no. Water pump actually feels okay. Blimey. Suggestions? You know, good, Captain. Right, take these out. Don't look rusty. I don't know. Help me. You never get this on other YouTube channels. They always free it up instantly. Do they now? Do they? Right, I'm gonna have a ponder. Come back to me in a minute. Right, I've sprayed up the bores again. I've had a little whack on that. Got no jaw at the moment, so I'm going to soak it for another week. I'm just going to peer in here and see if there's any horrors. I thought it would have gone because them plugs don't look too bad, we shall see. It's not costing us anything to have a little delve. Let's have a little peer in here, see what we got. What on God's name going on? Oh. Wow. Look at that. She's good. Okay, that's positive. Getting you one of them. Is that supposed to be chrome? Can't be an added extra, is it? Did they do them chrome? Then again, if you look at that, that's clean. That is gunk right up. So has this been changed? But why would an old lady have a sporty chrome? Is that a standard? I'm just not convinced that that cat is absolutely chock-a-block. Is it? What is it? I don't know. Something's not quite right there. Get in there. I'm not convinced by that, but anyway. They don't look too bad at all, do they? As I say, it's only done 38,000 miles, so where's my spray? What'd you do with it? What on God's name? Why is it over there? Right. Let's, while we're in here, just in case, but they feel okay. And they look okay. Okay, right. I'm going to end the video there because I'm waffling and it's going on too long. I'm going to soak this for a week and we'll come back to it and we'll see if we can get any joy out of I'm playing. We get any joy out of turning that crank. I'm going to have to try and find one of a big set of grips to go on it. Okay, right, I'll see you next week. Until then, it's make or break for this little buggy. If it turns over, I might tear the engine out of it, and what we'll do is we will do a how cheap can we do it fix up on it, because it's pretty good. There's no mad rust on it, nothing's got to be welded. And we'll see how we get on, and I'll just buy the parts off of you know where, and we'll see if we can fix it up, but I have to get it turning first. So until then, I will see you next week.